Allo, allo, it's Nia. Welcome to AI Creator World Podcast, the place where creators learn how to grow faster, build smarter, and turn artificial intelligence into real opportunity. Here, we explore powerful AI tools, content strategies, personal branding systems, and new ways to create income in the digital era. If you are building something online, you are in the right place. Let's begin.
I want you to imagine something for a second. Think about the traditional path to becoming a highly paid influencer,
Oh, the grind.
right? The years of just grinding for an audience, the thousands of dollars spent on camera gear, the travel, the constant burnout.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
And hovering over all of that is this, constant anxiety of saying the wrong thing on a live stream and watching your brand deals just evaporate overnight.
Exactly. One wrong move and it's gone.
But I want you to look at the reality of where we actually are right now in 2026.
Yeah.
Because AI influencers, well, they aren't just a quirky tech novelty anymore.
No, not at all. Or like a weird art project. They're a massive, highly structured commercial industry at this point.
And the wild part isn't even the technology itself, really. It's the timeline. On beginner accounts, we are talking creators with fewer than 10,000 followers are landing their first paid collaborations within 90 days of launching.
90 days.
90 days to generate actual revenue from a person who literally does not exist.
It completely upends the creator economy as we knew it. I mean, what we are looking at in these sources today isn't just a shift in the tools used to make content.
Right.
It's a fundamental rewiring of how influence is monetized from the ground up.
You're listening to The Deep Dive, and today we've got our hands on the AI Creator World Team's definitive 2026 guide.
It is packed with data.
It really is. Okay,
Well-
let's unpack this. Because our mission today is to tear down the exact 7 income streams that AI creators are stacking to build these digital empires.
We'll be looking at the realistic earning benchmarks, too.
Yes, and most importantly, we're going to explore the massive structural advantages these virtual creators hold over human ones. Because, it's easy to look at the massive, famous virtual influencers out there like Lil Miquela, who's been securing million-dollar deals for years and think, sure, but that's a massive studio production.
Right, they have a whole team.
Exactly. But the reality detailed in our sources is entirely granular. It's totally accessible for everyday creators just working from a laptop in their bedroom.
Absolutely. And to really grasp the mechanics of this, you need a mental map of the audience sizes we're talking about here.
Lay that out for us.
So the guide categorizes the creator journey into 4 distinct tiers. And the monetization strategy, well, it changes at every single level.
Makes sense.
First, you have the nano tier, which is 1,000 to 10,000 followers. Then the micro tier from 10,000 to 50,000.
Okay, nano and micro.
Right. Above that is the mid tier, sitting at 50,000 to 250,000 followers. And finally, the macro tier, which caps out at 1 million followers for the scope of this specific strategy.
Okay, so keep those tiers in mind, because before we map out the specific tactics at each level, we have to tackle the elephant in the room.
The big question.
Right. Why is the money there in the first place? Wait, hold on. If an AI is fundamentally just software and, way cheaper to produce than a physical photo shoot, you'd assume brands would use them to cut costs and pay less.
You'd think so, yeah.
But the data shows the exact opposite. Brands that typically pay human micro-influencers, like $200 to $500 per post, are actively turning around and paying AI influencers $400 to $800 for the exact same placement.
Yep. Sometimes even more.
They're paying a massive premium for something that isn't real, that breaks every rule of influencer economics I know.
Well, I'd look at it slightly differently.
How so?
They aren't really paying for a person. They're paying for a corporate risk management tool.
Oh, that's an interesting way to phrase it.
Yeah, there are 4 structural reasons brands absorb that premium, and honestly, they have almost nothing to do with the novelty of AI itself.
Okay, what's the first one?
First, and arguably most importantly, is brand safety. Think about heavily regulated industries like finance or pharmaceuticals.
Right, where compliance is everything.
Exactly. A human influencer might casually make a non-compliant medical claim on a stream, or they might have old, controversial tweets dug up from 10 years ago.
That happens all the time.
An AI character does not have a past. They pose absolute zero reputational risk.
Wow. It's like the ultimate corporate dream. You're hiring an actor who never sleeps, never demands a bigger trailer, and literally never goes off script.
Never.
Yeah.
And that leads right into the second reason, creative control.
Which brands love.
Oh, they obsess over it. A brand can ensure the visual identity, the lighting, the exact hex codes of their product and the messaging are perfectly aligned with their brand guidelines.
So there's no human misinterpretation. No, oh, I thought the lighting looked better this way.
Exactly. Third is availability. AI influencers offer consistent content at scale. There's no burnout, no sudden unannounced hiatus for mental health. The machine is just always on.
And I guess the fourth reason is the pure logistics of production.
Yep, logistics.
Because you get global reach without having to pay for flights, hotel rooms, physical production crews, lighting technicians, or talent management overhead.
It adds up fast.
When you factor in the insurance and logistics of a real-world shoot, paying an AI creator $800 for guaranteed safety and control is actually a bargain for a major brand.
That's the baseline right there. Brands are investing for long-term structural reasons. So if that's the demand side, we really need to look at the supply side.
It actually starts.
Right. How does a creator at that nano tier starting from absolute zero actually capture that first dollar?
Right, because you don't magically spawn in with 50,000 followers.
You definitely don't.
The guide highlights two specific income streams that serve as the entry points here. Stream 2, which is affiliate marketing, and Stream 7, which is user-generated content, or UGC.
Let's dig into affiliate marketing first.
Yeah, because the source material points out something wild. A 2,000-follower niche account can actually beat a 20,000-follower general account in affiliate sales.
It's all about trust, not just a raw number.
And the highest margins are found in SaaS and AI tools. They're offering recurring monthly commissions in the 20 or 40% range.
But there's a caveat here that trips up a lot of observers.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm looking at this from the perspective of a skeptical user.
Naturally.
Wait, how does AI build trust to sell a product? If I know, as a viewer, that this digital avatar doesn't actually exist, it can't physically sit at a computer and test a productivity app, and it definitely can't physically feel the effects of a skincare cream.
Right.
So why in the world would I click its affiliate link?
It's a fantastic question, and the answer requires us to look at how these accounts actually format their content. The trust isn't placed in the virtual character's physical body.
Okay, then where is it?
The trust is in the human creator's curation.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, the audience is fully aware there is a skilled prompt engineer or a digital artist behind the curtain running things.
So they aren't trying to, pull one over on the audience.
Not the successful ones, no. The guide specifically highlights tutorial integrations.
How does that work?
So let's say the AI account is promoting a new video editing software. The video might feature the digital avatar in the corner as a visual anchor, kind of like a VTuber, but the bulk of the video is a high-quality screen recording with a voiceover.
Oh, demonstrating exactly how to use the software.
Exactly. The creator is genuinely solving a problem for the viewer. That's why these tutorial integrations see conversion rates 2 to 3 times higher than just a dedicated promotional post.
Wow, 2 to 3 times.
Because the audience is basically saying, I trust the workflow and the technical expertise this creator is showing me.
Okay, that makes total sense. They aren't trusting the pixels. They're trusting the process. The audience values the curation.
Precisely.
Now, alongside those affiliate links, beginner accounts are also activating Stream 7, which is UGC ad creative.
Right, user-generated content.
And this is where the creator acts more like a production studio, right?
Yep.
They aren't posting the content on their own AI influencer page. They are generating video assets for the brand to use on the brand's own paid channels.
And the economics here are fascinating because of the licensing.
Walk us through that.
Well, a 15 to 30-second video generally runs $200 to $800. But brands often want 12-month advertising usage rights.
Because they want to put real ad spend behind it.
Exactly. They want to A/B test it for a year.
Yeah.
If they did that with a human actor, they'd be paying residuals or massive licensing fees.
Which gets very expensive.
Very. With an AI creator, adding that 12-month usage right commands a 50 to 100% premium up front.
Oh, wow.
So your $400 video suddenly becomes an $800 payday, and the brand gets a perpetual asset.
And accounts with a documented track record can turn that into monthly retainer relationships, right? Like $1,000 to $5,000 for a batch of assets every single month.
It's a very solid business.
It really is. But, I mean, if we're honest, that's still the minor leagues. Because once you cross into that mid-tier, the 50,000 to 250,000 followers, you enter a totally different stratosphere. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh yeah, the big numbers.
We are talking about Stream 1, brand sponsorships, and Stream 3, platform ad revenue.
So brand sponsorships become the primary engine at the mid-tier. An account at this level can generate between $8,000 and $40,000 monthly just through direct brand deals.
Just from brand deals. And then you hit the macro tier.
250,000 to 1 million followers.
The numbers in the guide are just staggering. Macro accounts can command $10,000 to $50,000 for a single Instagram post.
A single post.
And for multi-post campaigns,
Uh-huh.
up to $150,000 or even more.
It's wild. But consider what a multi-post campaign actually looks like for an AI.
What do you mean?
The brand isn't just asking for a one-off product placement. They want a full ambassador series.
Oh, like a storyline.
Exactly. They want thematic continuity where the digital avatar is seamlessly integrated into the brand's world across 3 to 6 highly rendered posts.
Okay, so it's a much heavier lift creatively.
Yes. And if the AI account has a strong niche that perfectly aligns with the brand, say high fashion streetwear, that alignment alone commands a 30 to 50% premium.
Because the targeting is just so precise.
Right. But the ultimate pricing variable, the real metric that dictates if you can actually charge those rates, is engagement rate or ER.
Right, because if your audience isn't actually saving or sharing or commenting on the content, your follower count is just a hollow vanity metric.
Just a number on a screen.
Which brings us to the other major revenue source at this scale, platform ad revenue, which is Stream 3. This is getting paid directly by TikTok or YouTube for the views you generate.
It basically acts as the background economic engine of these platforms.
Because once you hit the eligibility thresholds, it's highly passive, isn't it?
It's very passive. For TikTok Creator Rewards, you need 10,000 followers and 100,000 views in 30 days. That yields about $400 to $1,000 per million views.
And the YouTube Partner Program is even more lucrative. The threshold there is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
And the guide shares a really smart operational hack for this, actually.
Yeah, the repurposing strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI creators don't need to produce entirely separate long-form content for YouTube. They just take their top 3 highest retention short videos, the reels that already performed well on Instagram, and repurpose them as YouTube Shorts every week.
That's so efficient.
The formats that maximize watch time are educational series, behind-the-scenes, week-in-the-life narratives of the avatar, and tutorial compilations. It just runs in the background.
But, and there's a big but here, there is a massive trap.
A huge one.
I was just thinking that if I'm looking at these numbers, my instinct as a creator is to flip every single switch today.
Of course it is.
Get the affiliate links up, pitch the brands, turn on the YouTube ads, and launch a Patreon on day one. But the source material throws a massive red flag on that approach.
It is the single most critical principle in the entire guide, and it really comes down to one word: sequence.
Sequence.
If we connect this to the bigger picture of how social media algorithms actually evaluate content, it becomes very clear why sequence dictates survival.
How so?
Activating the wrong monetization stream too early actively degrades your engagement rate. And as we just established, your engagement rate is the entire foundation of your pricing power with brands.
It's like opening a store before you finish building the floor. Customers walk in, fall through, and never come back.
That's a perfect way to put it.
If you are a nano account with 1,000 followers and you suddenly start blasting out sponsored posts before you've built a relationship, your audience will just swipe past.
They feel marketed to without any actual value being provided. And when they swipe past without engaging, the algorithm registers that your content is low quality.
And boom, it immediately suppresses your organic reach.
Exactly. Every subsequent monetization stream you try to activate becomes completely worthless because nobody is seeing your content anymore.
The guide explicitly notes this is the most common reason nano accounts hit a permanent growth plateau.
They get greedy too early.
So how do you avoid falling through the floor? What are the prerequisites before you ask your audience for a single cent?
The activation checklist is rigid. Before turning on any monetization, an account needs 2 things. First, a consistent engagement rate above the benchmark for your tier for 60 full days.
2 whole months.
You need 2 months of proven algorithmic stability,
And second,
a minimum of 10 strictly educational posts that firmly establish your authority in your specific niche. You have to prove your technical value to the audience before you can extract financial value from them.
build the authority first. The income follows.
Exactly.
I love that framework. So you start with affiliate tutorials in UGC, where demonstrating your workflow matters way more than your total reach.
Right.
Then, as your audience scales and your engagement rate stabilizes, you sequence into the heavy-hitting brand sponsorships. But eventually, if you're a smart creator, you realize you don't want to rely entirely on an algorithm that could change tomorrow.
Or a brand that could cut their marketing budget next quarter.
Exactly. So
Uh-huh.
what does this all mean?
Well, it leads to the final evolution of the AI influencer business model. It's the shift towards owning the products and owning the community, covering streams 4, 5, and 6.
This is where the creator transitions from being a gig worker, just doing one-off brand deals, to actually owning the factory.
Okay.
Let's talk about Stream 4. Paid subscriptions. This is the holy grail of stability.
Oh, absolutely. Platforms like Patreon, Substack, Discord communities, or even Instagram subscriptions. They usually charge anywhere from 99 cents to $25 a month.
It's predictable, recurring revenue.
And the math the guide provides is incredibly compelling. Let's say you have a 10,000 follower account.
Okay, pretty modest.
Right. If you convert just 2% of that audience to a $5 a month subscription, that is $1,000 of monthly passive income,
Wow.
just from 2%.
But retention is the challenge here. You can't just ask for money. You have to curate a continuous experience.
So what do they actually offer behind the paywall?
Successful accounts retain subscribers by offering raw behind-the-scenes content on how the character's lighting is rendered, or sharing proprietary prompt libraries, or giving early access to templates.
Which feeds perfectly into Stream 5, digital products.
Yes, it does.
This is where the factory owner metaphor really clicks, because digital products have literally zero production cost and zero inventory.
Zero profit margin.
We are talking about selling the blueprints of the factory itself. Curated prompt packs for $15 to $50, Notion content calendar templates, detailed PDF walkthroughs on character creation, or editing preset packs.
And the guide outlines a very specific launch timing rule for these products.
The launch timing rule, what is that? You don't just guess what the audience might buy. You leverage your analytics.
Let the data decide.
Exactly. You look at your past content and identify which educational carousel post earned the highest save rate. Let's say a creator posts a deep dive on lighting techniques in Midjourney, and it gets over 300 saves, with tons of comments asking for more detail.
That exact validated topic is what you package into a paid product.
You got it.
The audience has already told you exactly what they are willing to invest in. That is so smart. And finally, by month 6 of running a successful AI account and following this sequence strictly, you unlock Stream 6, courses and consulting.
Because at that point, you aren't just an influencer anymore. You are an expert in a highly technical commercial workflow.
The creator's operational knowledge basically becomes the product.
And this is where the data gets very specific. An experienced AI creator can offer account audits for $150 to $500.
So like consulting for newer creators.
Exactly. Imagine a newer creator who is struggling because their avatar's face looks slightly different from every single camera angle. The consultant comes in, audits their prompt structure, and fixes their aesthetic continuity.
Very valuable.
Extremely. You can also offer bespoke character creation services for traditional brands for up to $1,500, or offer full done-for-you monthly content retainers for $2,000.
And the pricing scales directly with the track record you've built in the previous tiers.
It's all connected.
So if we step back and look at this entire roadmap, what an incredible journey.
It really is.
AI influencers are capitalizing on massive structural advantages like absolute brand safety and infinite availability to earn sustainable revenue through 7 stackable streams.
Stackable being the key word.
Right. From nano accounts generating early affiliate cash by showing off their technical process, all the way up to macro accounts landing 6-figure multi-post sponsorships because they perfectly match a brand's aesthetic.
But the absolute secret to all of this, the thing that separates the passing fads from the digital empires, is the discipline of the sequence.
It is the patience to build the floor. Proving your authority and maintaining that engagement rate for 60 days before you ever ask for the sale.
The structure is everything. And for you listening, if you want to see the specific analytics dashboards they use, or dive into the step-by-step 5-phase growth system we've been referencing today, I highly encourage you to check out the original sources from the AI Creator World team.
The exact blueprints and software stacks are all detailed in there.
It's well worth the read.
As we wrap up this deep dive, there's a lingering thought I want to leave you with. We started by talking about the premium brands pay for perfection. The actor who never sleeps, the influencer who poses absolute zero reputational risk.
The ideal corporate spokesperson.
Exactly. But if an AI persona, something that has never taken a breath, never slept, and never physically touched the real-world products it's selling, if that can generate a higher conversion rate and command a higher brand premium than a living, breathing human,
It's a heavy question.
what does that tell us about the future of what we call authenticity? Is authenticity actually about being human? Or, in the eyes of the modern market, is authenticity really just about consistency, safety, and reliably delivering value?
Fascinating.
Something to chew on. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
Thank you for listening to AI Creator World Podcast. If you found this episode valuable, make sure to follow the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, and share this episode with another creator who is building their future online. For deeper guides, AI tools, and step-by-step growth strategies, visit our website at aicreatorworld.net. And remember, in the age of artificial intelligence, creators who learn faster will lead the future. See you in the next episode. Bye!